All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Mark here. Wanted to say what is up tonight. This is the third episode already of the Mayhem Show with Mark May and my co-host, the man with the plan, Mr. Lewis Perry. What's up tonight, man?
How you doing? Not me. I'm exhausted. How are you doing?
Well, I'm feeling a little exhausted myself. I stayed up all night watching that Kickstarter last night. I can't help myself, dude. It's one of those things. I'll just sit there and check it.
The people are the audience has to understand we're on a 3-hour time difference.
That's
right.
True.
It's about
no, it's 2 hours. It's
2 hours, 3 hours. So usually I'm like I do my thing. Like either Jamie and I are rocking the house on the Angry Geeks, and then Tuesday nights I jump over with Jack Purcell on the wrestling podcast, and then like right after I'm done in the studio with them two cats, I'm like sleeping. And then when you asked me to join you, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And you were like, okay, I'll see you at this time. And like the other night I was in the studio and I'm like waiting. And I say, hey, I'm here. And you're like, dude, you're like 2 hours early. And I'm like, what? I was like, oh, damn it, you're on.
Yeah. So it does keep track of your time. So if it says 9 o'clock your time, it is 9 o'clock your time. If it's 7 o'clock my time, and like that's the way it works. Facebook keeps track of it for it, so it's kind of nice. One thing I want to do before we bring on our guest here is talk about my Kickstarter we got running right now, which is for Hellpug and Velocicock. If you guys haven't seen it yet, please get on it. It funded in 13 minutes yesterday, which is a new Silent Mayhem Productions record. We really appreciate it. If you haven't seen it, it's awesome. There's a video on there that you can watch with an amazing rap song by King Marino. So if you haven't seen it yet, that was actually the first song on the Hellbringer soundtrack that you can check out at silentmayhemproductions.com. So, Lewis, you got something you want to say, man? What's up?
Yeah. All right. Now, over on Angry Geeks, we got people jumping on all the time. Oh, we got this Kickstarter. What's the secret? What's the secret? What's the secret? Mark, what's the secret? You did it in 13 minutes, my brother. What is the secret? How do you do it? What's the secret formula? How do you do it?
My friend, there is no secret formula, and I am very lucky to have the fans that I have. If it wasn't for them or the people that I have surround me or the people that are working with me or giving me a chance, I wouldn't be anything. It's nothing special that I'm doing. You just got to remember we have just a special amount of people that I've been blessed to work with. So that's the best way to put it. I haven't done anything special at all. I hustle, and that's all you can do, my friend. Speaking of hustling, we're going to talk about one of the biggest hustlers I've ever seen in the entire industry, especially right now. I respect the hell out of this man. Let's hit that special guest banner right there. Boom. Mr. Raymond Leonard. What's up, my friend?
Good to find you. Mark in the house. How's it going, Lewis? I'm doing okay, man.
Raymond, what's going on, my brother? How are you?
I'm doing okay, Lewis. How you doing, man?
I'm living the dream, and I want to go dream, but I'm okay.
Hey, the dream is a beautiful thing when you're really living it, man.
Yes.
We are living the dream right now, man. I'm looking outside watching it snow right now. I get to talk to you. Amazing.
Snow? Where you at?
Colorado, my friend.
Oh, well, I'm in Chicago, so I can feel your pain.
Dude, that's the first question I'm actually going to open up with you with tonight. You are from Chicago, and Chicago is the king of pizza. What is your favorite pizza place, my friend, from Chicago?
Oh, man. There's so many of them, man. Giordano's, Italian Fiesta.
Love that.
Beggars Pizza. It's so many of them, man. But those are three I always go to, though.
What were the last two again? I'm sorry. I was talking over you when you said that.
Gino East Pizza and Beggars Pizza. They lay it on thick. When they say lay it on thick, that cheese is just... a lot of cheese and meat, man. Just crazy.
That's when they cut the cheese wheel and just put the slice right on the pizza and then put the sauce on top, right?
That's good. Well, no, they lay it on. When they say they lay it on thick, they lay the cheese on real thick. Like They lay it on there, man. It's crazy. And it's good though, but man, pizza just crazy.
Chicago, man, listen, I want to go to C2E2 for one reason and one reason only, and that is to get fat on
man. If you go, Mark, if you go, I most definitely would meet up with you. I mean, they got all anyway, they got all the food in there and the vendors, because it's like they got Gino's East.
Oh,
they have the Polishes, they have everything really right there.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Now, dude, that sounds like
they really have everything right there. But if you want to go from the city downtown, then I could take you there, man. You really get some real. I mean, you'll get the pizza there, but if you want some real taste of Chicago, I could take you.
Dude, my first vacation ever in my entire life, I was 6 years old, and my dad was like, there's this flight we can get for like $30 to Chicago. We should go, So we go, and I'll never forget, like, all I wanted to do was try Chicago style pizza. I'm 6 years old. They take me to the zoo, and the zoo was awesome. And then we went to one of the Great Lakes, and man,
Lincoln Lincoln Park Zoo or Brookfield Zoo? You remember what it was? Lincoln Park or Brookfield? We got two zoos here.
I can't remember. You got two zoos.
Yeah.
God, that place is huge.
Yeah.
Are you a Chicago fan at all in sports?
I'm a Chicago fan, but I'm a Chicago fan, but I'm just not a fan of the football. I'm a Packers fan.
You are a Packers fan, and that's what's awesome is I'm also a Packers fan. As you know,
there you go. Go Pack Go. See, we're already friends.
I grew up wearing a number 4 jersey, and it was before Brett Favre. It was actually for
is it Brett Starr?
Yeah, Bart Starr, and because he played at Alabama, and our whole family's from Alabama, so Bart Starr. Okay. I mean, he was the quarterback for Alabama before he went to the Packers.
Yeah,
so that was the big connection. So I grew up wearing a number 4 jersey, and then, fell in love with Favre in the '90s, and then we've had Rodgers since. I mean, it's been a pretty amazing run if you're a Packers fan.
Yeah, man, I love it. I got banned from my house. They banned me from my family though for the Bears because they all Bears fans. I got banned. They said I'm really not really a relative. It's bad when it's football season for me, man. I get no love here.
Dude, I know exactly how it feels, man. When I was a kid, there was this thing in Alabama where you were either an Alabama fan or an Auburn fan. And here's the thing, is if you guys don't understand this rivalry, especially back then, I mean, I wasn't even allowed to go in my girlfriend's house because I was an Alabama fan at the time. So, I mean, I get what you're saying with the whole Chicago Packers thing. It's crazy because my stepmom's a huge Bears fan. I'm a huge Packers fan, so makes the in-house rivalry pretty nice whenever it's football Sunday. Lewis?
Yeah.
What's your favorite sports team?
I don't watch sports, brother. At all? I don't. No.
You don't like
wrestling guy, Lewis?
Yeah, yes, I am. There you go. Raymond knows. I am.
I love wrestling. I love wrestling. I can tell you look like a wrestler.
Yeah, I used to be. I used to be a wrestler. You're back at 2000, man.
I love, man. Look, I grew up on all the wrestling. Terry Funk, the Freebirds, Vader, the Von Erich brothers, which was so tragic how they all died. But I grew up on all the wrestling since because my grandma and my uncle, they used to watch it all the time, so I'm watching it with them, and that's how I became a big fan of it. Then it went from Hulk Hogan versus the Giant. That's what the Giant put him over for him to be the next superstar. I mean, I witnessed all the greatness in wrestling.
There you go.
So I'm a wrestling fan, man.
There you go.
Fan.
We're all wrestling fans here.
There you go, Ray.
I got to tell you, everything you talked about is exactly I used to love, what was it? WCCW is what you're talking
World Championship,
about, right?
World Championship Wrestling.
Championship.
Yeah, well, Mandango, I think it was Mandango Warrior and all those guys.
Dingo Warrior.
World Class Championship Wrestling. That was right out of Texas.
Really was? I didn't see. When you're a kid, you don't know. When I'm a kid, I didn't know none of these places. I'm just watching this stuff on TV.
It was the Dingo Warrior, aka Ultimate Warrior.
There you go. Yes, that's my guy right there. He went crazy dude, but I love me some Ultimate Warrior.
You know, him and Sting started as a tag team back in the
The
day.
Yeah, no,
Blade
yeah,
Runner.
Yeah, the Blade
Yeah.
Runner. What a tag
They,
team name.
You know what?
Still before their time.
You know what? I talked to the Iron Sheik. I did not know the Iron Sheik hated Hulk Hogan in real life.
a lot of
Yeah.
people, a lot of
Man,
people hated Hulk Hogan in real life.
Oh yeah, a lot of people hate Hogan. It's
I
tough
didn't
to-
know that. I swear to guys, I did not know how they. I mean, these stories I'm hearing, how he was the biggest jerk, and I'm like, man, he was my superstar. I was a crowd, I wanted to cry so bad.
yeah.
I'm like, man, but I like the guy. They like, oh, he's asshole. I mean, man, they just went in on him. I'm like, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm hearing this. This is my hero.
He's on the PR tour to try to make up for everything he did. So hopefully
Yeah, I heard.
we can still respect him for everything he did. He said he was sorry too, you know. So I mean,
Yeah.
he was a childhood hero to a lot of people, you know.
I ate my Hulk Hogan vitamins, man.
Well, not Lewis. He's a Macho fan, so he hated it.
Lewis,
He's like WrestleMania 5 was the worst for Lewis.
Hey, I love me some Macho Man. I loved his whole character. The rhymes we used to do with the cream to the top and all that. Oh man, that's that guy's mic work, man, was superb. Just like his wrestling skills were in the ring, man. I mean, he was the total package. The
Who's your
real
all-time
total
favorite
package.
wrestler, Raymond?
What's that?
Who's your all-time favorite?
Wrestler?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, besides Hulk Hogan, that's my boy. I'm going with I gotta go with Ultimate Warrior, man. I was crazy over Ultimate Warrior. He's like a barbarian superhero to me, man.
Have you ever read his comic?
A couple nights
I
ago.
got that. I don't know if it was by Image. It wasn't by Image, but it looked like an Image style book.
Yeah,
But I
there
know
was there was actually 4 issues. Plus, there's one issue. It's a Christmas special that it's very hard very hard to come by. If you can find it, yeah, very hard to come by. The 4th issue, it's like a Christmas one, and it's really hard to come by. The first 3-4 issues of that book were drawn by Jim Callahan, greatly put together. Then the 4th issue was drawn by some brothers as a black and white book. Really didn't fit into the continuity of the story. It was very bizarre. I have the whole run. Great stuff. But that Christmas issue, can't get my hands on it. Cannot find it anywhere, but I will find it. It's kind of like a holy grail for me. I will find it.
It's got to be somewhere, man. It's got to be one of these Comic Cons, wherever it opens back up. It's got to be. I hope you find it. I'm quite sure you're gonna. It's got to be something rolling around, bro.
Oh yeah, I will find it. I will find it.
Besides Macho, who's your favorite, my man?
Oh, mate. Let's see. Definitely the Warrior. I would say Macho Warrior. Today is Drew McIntyre, man. I love the Scottish Warrior. Hawk and Animal. Jamie and I were the last to actually interview Animal before he passed away. God rest. I was also the last person to interview Mean Gene Okerlund before he passed away, which was awesome.
Jesus, I'm staying away from you.
rest.
You're never going to get to interview me, Lewis.
Let's see. All-time favorites. I'm going to say definitely Savage. Savage number 1, Warrior number 2, Kevin Nash. People say I look like Nash if I take off my glasses.
Love Nash.
Nash is an awesome guy. I fanboyed out when Jamie laughed at my co-host, my other co-host Jamie. She laughed at me. So I'll say Savage, Warrior, Nash, definitely Michaels. Love his talent, and Adam Cole and
got my boy Jake the Snake in there. He's the truth.
okay, yeah, you got to put Jake in there.
Man,
Jake Roberts had this one talent, and he had this great philosophy, where he said when you were working a crowd, if you can get one person, he didn't care if it was 25,000 or if it was 5 people in that ring. If you took one person in that arena anywhere and he focused on that one person, if you made that one person believe, you had that one person eating out of the palm of your hand, everyone else in that arena is going to feed off of that one person, and you won the crowd. Either if you were
It's all about that crowd. Yeah, it's all about that crowd.
If you were
You
a
know,
face or you were a heel, you had that crowd because of that one person coming off of your that one person's energy.
They was get the controlling the crowd too. Stone Cold and The Rock. Those were some big crowd. There was some big crowd pullers, man. I tried only match.
I thought it was really cool the way the Stone Cold put The Rock over. I mean, his last match was at WrestleMania 19 with The Rock, and he basically handed it to him. The Rock talks about it all the time. He's like, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you looking at me and saying you're the guy. And I mean, think about that. Without him, I mean, we don't have The Rock, the movie star, right now. Which is insane.
Another great talent for today. I mean, today's talent. You got Drew McIntyre, you got Adam Cole, but someone that everybody misses, and because they're really not focusing in on him, is John Morrison. John Morrison got he's top talent. He's in a tag team with The Miz, but this cat has been around for 20 years. All right. He's ECW heavyweight champion, tag team champion, intercontinental champion. He has talent that is unbelievable. You just watch him. He can cut a promo. He can cut a promo on you, Jack, and you ain't going to ever come back. That's all I got to say about that right there. John Morrison is the future of professional wrestling. He could take a heavyweight championship and he can run. He could be the man of a company. He could be the face that runs the pace, my man. Just dig it. John Morrison.
God, I am digging it. I'm digging it so hard right now. So, Raymond, let me ask you one more question about wrestling before we start moving on. Did you watch any of the WrestleMania, this past WrestleMania, at all?
You know what? I kept missing it. I don't know how I kept missing it, but I kept missing all the events. I was real mad at myself for that. But I tried catching up with it. Peacock. So,
have you watched any AEW at all?
AEW. I've been missing those too. I've been missing a lot of those matches. Last match I seen in AEW when they introduced my boy Sting. I was happy for that.
Dude, I'm a huge Sting fan. I actually got to meet him at a show. They took me backstage. I met him and his wife, and he signed my NWO title belt, and I still have it.
Yeah, I got to meet him at Wizard World Chicago, and he's such a cool down-earth guy, man. And he loved the Lord and all that stuff. And he's just a real dude, man. Like he don't act uptight. He act like a regular guy. This is Sting, man. I mean, I didn't know how to act when I first met him. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, you're exactly right, man. That's exactly how he acts. He actually put Bible verses all over my title belt, and they were exclusive to me, which, like, it's crazy. Like, you look up the Bible verse, you read it, and you're like, wow, I actually did need that in my life right now, and he knows this somehow. You know what I mean? So it was pretty crazy, man. He's an awesome dude.
And I was like, oh, man, I already met Sting, man. He spoke the Lord to me.
Dude, I told him I was one of the little stingers, man. I always will be.
Yeah, man. I love all the wrestlers, man. I'm just fortunate I'm able to watch it, but I need to get back into it. But it's just that my work is just so much going on, my work, and it's interfering with my little free time I do have. But thanks to the apps like
Raymond.
I catch up.
Let's talk about your work, brother. Agent Solo. Let's talk about Agent Solo. When did the first Agent Solo come out?
The first Agent Solo had came out it was a web comic. It was a web comic series. I was able to do this when I was working at I was juggling a job at Toys R Us at the time, and I was able to these little web pages, and I was to post them up online, and people just started liking it. So I was like, well, I'm gonna take these pages I made and make a web comic. So I did a web comic series of them, and it just it just exploded after that. It was like people started really liking it. I just kept doing it, but unfortunately, the web service I was using with someone, somehow it was brought by some other company or something like that. So it ended up getting shut down. And I was like, oh crap, what I'm gonna do? Because I'm making a lot of money at Toys R Us. This is a retail job, so I wasn't making much money at this job. So I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do now? So it just kept People kept asking for him, but eventually, what I did before him was it was a book called Gatron that took off kind of like before Age of Solo. So it was like a pre. It's like both books kind of like clashed. One was a web comic, the other was a comic book. All this happened is when I lost my job at Toys R Us, they had fired me. So,
Sorry
so I took the unemployment money, got the books printed. I got 100 books printed by my buddy named Jake Estrada because I didn't really have a lot of money. He's like, "I do it for $100." Oh, you will? Gave him the books, the Gatron books. Went to a Wizard World show and sold out completely. This is how my audience had started, and I built my audience from that one little show. Then when Facebook came along, I started myself on Facebook. I just started posting my artwork, man. I just started posting it. And people just loved it. And they kept asking, where can I get this book? And that's how it all started. And my very first Age of Solo book was the one-shot book, which was a Kickstarter. It was funded in 5 business days of the release of it. When I launched it. And that's how it just all started after that.
I think it's really, really awesome that it worked out so well for you after you lost your job. It sounds like it actually made it way better. I was in a similar position to where I had to leave my job in a security situation. And I actually, I decided this was the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean? Like you get to wake up, you get to draw comics. I mean, every day. I mean, how awesome does it get to be in this industry? You know what I mean? Like it's fun. It's gets your creative side out. Man, we've had this in us since we were little kids, and now all of a sudden, I'm in my 30s. Like this is what we do. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask you. So you just had Agent Solo 2's Kickstarter, right?
I had the first one was the one shot. That was the Kickstarter. Then the first book. That became Indiegogo campaign. So I just stuck with Indiegogo because I don't know why people they follow me on Indiegogo more than they did on Kickstarter. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how I went. They really pretty much flocked to me on Indiegogo, so I just stayed with Indiegogo. So I did the first book on Indiegogo, and it just hit so quick. I mean, we made over. I think it was like 5K.
Wow.
Something like that. I can't remember. Yeah. The second book I did on Indiegogo, and that's the one that Rob Liefeld jumped on board, and he helped me with that one. And it just went crazy after that, man. It took off so fast. It's like you're not expecting none of this stuff to happen.
That's the way
you know what I'm saying? I done lost my second job at Sam's Club because I got sick, and they fired me on my day off, Friday style. So all this crazy stuff started happening, man. It was happening so fast. It's like life is going so fast, and it's like you try to keep up with all this stuff. I mean, everything was happening so fast for me. I couldn't understand. I'm like, man, this is getting crazy. Like. This stuff is really happening. I'm starting to really see the progress and stuff. And sure enough, I'm here right now, and it's like Agent Solo just got so big now. I mean, I just don't know what else to say.
Well, I mean, here's the thing is, I mean, congratulations, my friend. Like, you have just been killing it, like, especially since I met you. You know what I mean? And for you to have Rob do a cover for you is, incredible, dude. I don't think it gets any bigger than that, But it did get bigger for you. It did get bigger for you. You made your own figure. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I had the toy made, and it just got real crazy because this was during the pandemic. This was last year, and I'm up drawing, and my messenger go, bing! I'm like, man, what is this? Who is this messing with me now? Is this my girlfriend messing with me? Because she only want to know I might be up. It's Rob Liefeld. It's Rob Liefeld on Messenger. Ray, what are you doing? I'm drawing, Rob. I love your character, Agent Solo. You do? Yeah, I love him. hyper Rob. You can tell he's very hyper. He's so hyper. Now, right now. Oh, okay, Rob. I'm still trying to find the design, the sheets. I did it, the character. I found him. I sent it over to Rob. Got it, Ray. I'm gonna draw. I got you. I know your character, man. I'm like, wow. This is my idol. Calling me, texting me at like 12 o'clock midnight in the freaking morning, man. I'm like, this is all right. Like somebody got to be pranking me, man. This can't be Rob Liefeld. You're Rob Liefeld. We've been friends ever since. He hits me up. It's just crazy how I'm talking to Rob Liefeld on a regular basis. Like, Ray, are you in Facebook jail again? Yes, Rob. What did you do? I got into some trouble. You know, it's just crazy. I mean, you backed my book. You got the books. You told me you liked it. Got the T-shirts. It's just crazy. I'm like, I'm mailing my stuff onto Rob Liefeld. Like,
does it get any bigger, dude? In this industry at all, does it actually get any bigger? I don't feel like it does.
I mean, it's a dream. I tell people this. I mean, I can't make the stuff up. Then on top of Rob Liefeld, my second favorite artist, Ron Frez, just out the blue, does an Agent Solo drawing and say, "Man, I love what you're doing." I'm up here going, "Ron Frez, are you kidding me?" Ray, I got some for you. What? I'm gonna mail it to you. You gonna what? And I got it right. It's still in the FedEx box here. I'll show you guys. We'll take it out. I think it's still in here because I gotta get it inked and stuff. And he was kind enough to do this for me. I keep it in there. I gotta get the stuff plain. Let me guys see that to the light. Let's see. Like, you guys see that?
Oh yeah,
that's badass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and what's funny, he did it on a little piece of paper. The first one. Wait, what's he kind? He did the first one on a little piece of paper. He sent this to me, and he said, "Well, I'm going to do it on a bigger paper for you." And he sent me that.
What? So he actually did a layout first, and then he actually sent you the whole piece afterwards. How cool does that get, man? I mean, it doesn't get any cooler than that, dude.
Yeah, and he said, "Well, you can scan it out and have to buy ink." I said, "Okay." He's like, "Nah, you know what? Now I got something better for you. I got something better. I'm like, "What you got better for me?" He's like, "I'm gonna draw it again." I'm like, "Ron, you can't use it, man. I gotta pay you. No, I want you to pay me. I don't want you to pay me. I love what you're doing. I love your characters." Then he comes back again and draws another new character that I got coming out. And I'm like, man, what's going on here, man? Is this a joke happening right now to me? But it's a dream come true that you got two of your idols that love what you do and they support it. And
that is the biggest thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a small world in this comics world because, you know, I was just on the phone with Marat Michaels 2 weeks ago talking about this Kickstarter right here that I just launched. And as you know, Marat and Rob Liefeld are best buddies. So
yeah, I got a drawing somewhere around here. He's like, Raymond Leonard. I said, Marat knows my name.
Dude,
all extreme guy.
That's absolutely amazing. So, don't you have a new project coming out as well as on top of Agent Solo?
Yeah, Violent Bird. It's about a woman. She suffered PTSD, and her parents was murdered because they was high-profile attorneys. And what happened was they was about to take down the world's biggest mob, and everybody's going to go down with them. But you know how that go when you got a high-profile, you know, you get whacked off, right? So no witnesses left, and that's what happened. You know, her parents got whacked off because they finna bring down the entire mob ring, and they had to take the family out when she was little. So what happened was she gets her revenge back. So it's like a Kill Bill type of story, you know what I mean?
It sounds awesome.
Slash Batman, that, but she kills. And, the first book is gonna be real. It's gonna be crazy. I knocked it out. Right now it's getting colored, and it should be getting lettered real soon, and I'm trying to drop that this summer. Hopefully, I got toys out for that too. I got a big old dial, like 11-inch dial.
Are you
So-
are you using the same guy that we've already talked about your action figures for the next action figures that you did the last ones?
Yeah,
You
the
are.
dial. We pushed the envelope.
I got to check this guy out. I would love some Hellbringers action figures. I think it would be amazing to have. Speaking of which, I'd love to have you someday on the Hellbringers title as a cover artist. I think we've already talked about that for a cover trade. So if you're ever interested, I'd love to do an Agent Solo cover for you too, or a Violet Bird cover, man. Either way.
So Ray, who was your inspiration for Violet Bird and for Agent Solo? Who was your inspiration?
Oh yeah, good question, my friend.
I grew up watching a lot of Mission Impossible and $6 Million Man TV show.
Yep.
Cause I love Steve Rogers, man. I mean, he was the guy, man. That Bionic stuff, I grew up on it, and I was just picture myself as a Bionic superhero. I was crazy over the Bionic Man, and I loved the Mission Impossible TV show. So I feel as a kid, I was just to like make these paper dolls of Bionic heroes and stuff. And that's what it came from. Mission Impossible, the $6 Million Man, and you could throw Captain America in there too, because I love the Captain America comics. And so I just took all three of those and just threw them in there and made it Agent Solo.
Okay.
And that's what it came.
If you were to cast somebody to be that character in a movie, who would you cast?
Well, when I did I was crazy over Michael J. White.
I thought you were going to say
Lewis.
You're going to get Lewis to play him. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that. Michael J. White. We're talking about the first Spawn, right?
Yeah,
I that's Michael J. White, Braun.
I don't, I got a name. It's so many actors, man. I want to know, but if it's like a fresh new face, I'll be fine with that. But like I said, I built them upon Michael J. White at the time because I'm a huge fan of his. His movies and all that, because he's real martial arts type of guy, and Agent Solo got a lot of aspects in him. You might just get it. You might just get the role.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my God.
Thank you, sir.
I think Lewis might do the role, though, man. I really do.
Dude, you don't have to at least put him in as an extra or something. He's out of control over here with his action moves. Lewis, that's a sweet background. Let's take a look at that background just for a second.
Don't mess with the S, baby. Don't mess with the S.
You think about the TV? What do you think about that?
My wife and I, we watched the first few episodes, but then all my podcasting and public access TV stuff started getting in the way, so I haven't watched the episode since. So we watched we watched the first 3 episodes, something like that, and haven't watched anything since.
Get the the CW app. The CW app, and you can watch it anytime you want.
Oh, I got it. I got the CW. It's just finding the time to do it. It's just insane for me.
Yeah, I watch that later.
Only one TV show I get to watch religiously every week, and that's AEW on Wednesdays, and I haven't been able to do it in 4 weeks.
Yeah, I gotta catch up with AEW, man. I gotta catch up a lot of stuff.
Man, Jericho's new stuff is great right now, man. He carried it for the first year.
So personal what he does, and he didn't let Vince screw him over.
I love that.
He's more like a soldier.
Fan too. I don't know if you've seen Hangman Page. He's awesome.
Oh, Hangman Page is awesome. Hangman Page is great.
Hangman Page. I had to look him up. Hangman Page.
You have to check him out, man. See that they've got a couple new wrestlers that are just really, really awesome, dude. This is the Mark May G.I. Joe and Mark May's dog Yoda, who's downstairs pissed off that I'm not down there petting him right now. Lewis, do you have a question?
Yes. No, I was just listening to you guys. I mean, you're handling this absolutely perfect tonight, brother. I mean,
Oh, well,
I'm just here to
thank you.
I am just
I
here to
know.
back you up. If you
I
get
know.
into a snag, I got a hand. If you get into a snag, Raymond, let me explain my role here on the Mark Mayhem show. If this
Okay.
gentleman gets into a snag, I am supposed to take the lifeboat. I am supposed to take that big life preserver and throw it out there and pull him back in and take you, my friend, and pull you from the rafters, from the deepest, darkest depths of dead
The
air,
Himalayas.
Well,
of dead air, and bring it back to the goodness and bring people into the light. So you got you cats are handling this tonight. I can go take a nap. I can go to bed. You guys got this covered. I'm golden right now.
no,
You are
I,
doing absolutely
I,
fine.
I love that you just said all that, but I am still going to ask you the original question. Do you have a question for Raymond here, my friend?
Do I have? No, I have one question, but I do. What was the inspiration for the Bird character? What was the inspiration for her? You talked about Agent Solo, but what was the inspiration for her? I mean, you talked about Steve Austin, which was the $6 Million Man, but what was the inspiration for the second character, your new character? Where did that inspiration come from? I'm hoping you're going to say Charlie's Angels or some crap like that, but where did your inspiration come for her?
This came from like I loved a lot of the Kill Bill movies and stuff, and I liked
Okay.
Batgirl. One thing about Batgirl, she wasn't ruthless. Just I made her kind of ruthless, and she's got a lot of issues.
So, who would you cast, Raymond, as the actress to play her?
I look good in a dress and wig.
Dude, if you get the part for this one too, like I'm not watching this movie, Raymond. I swear to God, you're gonna have to get a different PR person or something, man.
Actually, I know just a girl. I know just a girl. You can find her every Monday night at 7:00 with me. Mark knows exactly who I'm talking about. So yeah, so you can get 2 Angry Geeks for the price of one, right? 2 Angry Geeks for the price of one, and both your movies will star. How about that?
So, Raymond, who would you choose, my friend?
Oh, you know what? I would love. Well, see, there's so many good actors, man. I would love to have the I don't know her name. I can't think of her name right now, but she plays the new Batgirl on the CW. I would love to see her as a Vandenberg. I think she'd do a good job.
Oh, the new Bat. Okay, the actress who took over for Ruby Rose from the new Batwoman. Okay.
Good Vandenberg. I like her actor. She's very good. I just don't like that Batgirl series though, but she plays. She can play the role.
Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Looking it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
She's a very good actress.
When is your next Indiegogo? While we're waiting.
Oh, I got Guytron. I'm trying to shoot Guytron right now for May or June. Then after that, there's gonna be Vandenberg if I can get her up and running. Right now, I'm just waiting on some things to get finished in production. Like I have a cosplay model, Shantae Nelly. She's very known in the cosplay industry.
I know exactly who you're talking about. She's a gorgeous woman. I'm friends with her on Facebook. She can definitely her cosplays are amazing. She is wow, good choice.
Yeah.
Right now, and she's excited about it. She's supposed to be doing a documentary about making the suit. So
okay. Her storm is incredible.
Yeah,
Shantae's her storm with the punk rock outfit is just off the hook. I think she knocks that out of the park. Absolutely. I mean, every time she posts one of her pictures of that, that's instant Angry Geeks approved. Instant Angry Geeks approved symbol. Oh yeah, she knocks that out of the park. I do have another question for you, Raymond. Do you prefer Indiegogo over Kickstarter?
Oh,
you were just beating me to that. I was about to ask him about this.
This what I had to. If you this how it is. If you're a beginner, if you're just really starting out, and you really want to just try, just get a quick success or something real quick, it's best to do the Indiegogo because they have two options on there. They have you go for all of it, or you can still get funded from the backers you have. I mean, you still be able to get the funding money, and you still be able to get the book, the backers to be able to get the books, and whatever you get, that's what you use for the funding money that you can find people still get their books. Now Kickstarter,
Okay.
it's of a different animal because you really gotta work hard, bro. Like you really gotta get people involved to like your stuff, and you gotta meet that goal. So if you don't meet the goal, then you don't get the fines, and it mess with your mind, man. It mess with your emotions.
Dude, it does mess with your emotions. We got funded yesterday, but I put about 3K into this book. So, like, if I don't make it back, you just sit there and you're like, oh, God, my heart. And you sit there every night until it gets there. And you're just like, come on, man, I worked so hard for this. You know what I mean?
Right. You check and you at work. You in the bathroom looking at anybody find you yet. They call your name, back to your register. You like, man, it just, both platforms are good, but Kickstarter, both you really got to hump. You really got to hump for both, but Kickstarter, you really got to really have your stuff, really got to have that audience up and ready to go because if you don't have an audience right now, you're gonna be sad, man.
Yep.
You're gonna be sad, but I go for both platforms. You really got to have that audience, so you're gonna be sad. But
Okay.
like I said, it was very good because they give you two options. They give you two options on that.
All right. So when you do a Kickstarter and you have your tiers or your rewards that you put out, okay, if you, I backed a few Kickstarters and of course I got my rewards, your book comes in, a poster, what have you. How do you, as a creator, how do you choose what you're going to set as your reward for backing your project? How do you come up with, okay, you're going to get an action figure, you're going to get a car, you're going to get a book, you're going to get put into the book. How do you come up with what your audience is going to get? How do you decide? Do you just throw a dartboard? How do you come up with it?
Then you'll know right out back when your audience is talking to you. This is why I say you listen to your audience because they're telling you what they want. And once you post what they want, you already know what they're going to get. So, like if I put when I post an action figure, people just automatically, I gotta have an action figure. I gotta have it. Okay, sign up for the email list and let you know when to launch. Then people like, man, I love your sketches. Okay, just sign up for the email and the early bird specials, you get a sketch. See, all these things they're letting you know what they want, so you write those down. But you want to keep the number one. You just want to keep the number one priority. That's get them the book because you don't want to overdo it with rewards because then that's where you really run into a red flag, a red zone because now you got to fulfill all these rewards and promises, but you can't. Then you be stuck, can't get the books printed. You know what I mean? So you want to keep everything at a minimum, keep it limited. You don't want to overdo it. You want to make sure everything's limited, that you can, you still have the money for the printing costs and whatever was left over. Like what I do is, whatever left over I have left, I'll just put it right back into the company and get another book done. See what I'm saying? So when I make the book, it's going right back into the next book and go from there. You don't want to overdo rewards. That's what I tell a lot of new people when they're doing this stuff. Don't overdo rewards because if you do, you're gonna be in a lot of you're gonna be in a lot of trouble, man.
Oh, exactly what you're talking about right now.
All right. One more question for you, Raymond. You got Mark asked you who would you cast in a movie or anything, but let's talk. You have Hollywood knocking on your door. They're going to make Agent Zero into a film, but they're not going to do film. With today's new age, you got Hulu, you got Netflix, you got Roku's coming up, you got Amazon Prime coming up. Would you go for a series? Would it be live action or would it be animated? And what network would you rather have it on? Would you have it on Netflix? Would you have it on Hulu? Or would you have it on Prime? Where would you like to see your property?
That's a tough one right there, man. I take whatever's coming my way. But you know what? I have to do. I would love animated series. You know, animated series would be great. You know, like a episode animated series because you know you save a lot of money from doing that stuff. Um, but it all depends on whatever they feel that's better. Because I can't speak on what's going on, but I did sign like a deal whatever with Agent Solo, but I can't talk about it right now.
I'm not asking. I'm not asking.
But you
You talk about a deal. The deal's going to sour. You don't want to do that. You want the universe to line up, and you want the universe to
Don't
give
even
you.
tell us
Yeah.
that.
No. No. So where would you like it to be though? Would you like it to be on Hulu? Would you like it to be on Prime? Would you like it to be on Netflix? Where would you like the universe to point you?
I think Netflix would be a good spot for Agent Solo.
Absolutely.
But I'm not. I would be better, but I think Netflix is better because everybody loves Netflix, man. I mean, it's a big brand name. I mean, it's in everybody's household, right?
Well, not only that, but from my experience and what I've been told from different creators is Netflix will give someone like you or this gentleman or other people that I know in the industry, they give you, the creator, creative control over your character. Not like one of the big brands, they strip that away from you. At least with Netflix or even at Amazon, you would have creative control. You could oversee your character, and you can say no.
That's what you want. That's
yeah,
what you
agent wouldn't do that. Agent he would do this. He wouldn't do that. So I agree with you 150%. Netflix would be the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited, man. So I don't know what's going to come for it. You guys will see it. I see it myself because, like I said, the pandemic kind of got in the way of things.
Dude, the thing is, you're only on the way up. Okay, so everything that comes from here is going to be like a skyrocket, like just like it was that first day after Rob called you, like you talked about, how it was just instant like that. All of that's going to come, and dude, I mean, the book is good. The subject matter is great. You understand what I'm saying? And the art is great, and everything's great about the book and the project. And that's all you need in today's age, man. You got to have something amazing. And we're starving for content, especially on Netflix. You know what I mean? Pandemics like this make us stay in to where we need projects and creative things to watch. And, I mean, there's never enough. There's never enough. So I'm so excited for you, man. I mean, congratulations. This is going to be so huge for you.
We're getting the independence really get the scene now. I mean, like, I just feel like it's the year of independence, man, of creativity control. And I guess it took this pandemic to wake people up to show them, hey, you lose your job anytime. So,
yeah.
But they got everybody just working on their stuff, man. I love it. It was like a blessing though. All this stuff was happening to me. Like I said before, I lost my job at Sales Club because I was sick. And, and when you lose your job, man, you be like, it messes with you a little because you be like, oh, man, my life's going to get cut off. I'm going to pay my mortgage because I got a house. I got to pay my mortgage. The dog needs some food. The bird needs some food. The turtles. I mean, we got all these animals in my household. Man, I just didn't know what else was I going to do. And I was like, man, I just don't have it in me no more to go back to a 9 to 5 anymore. I'm just getting sick of, talk to a-hole bosses and, you got to explain to yourself. You got to go to the bathroom. I mean, it's just crazy. Mm-hmm. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this comics thing. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to draw these books to see what would happen. And, when I did that and I just started seeing everything, the results start to happen. That's when I said, okay, I'm on the right track of this stuff right now.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Ray. I just said this last night to a guest on one of the other show that I'm on. This man said it right here. The sky is the limit and space is the place. And I'm telling you, this is where you're going to go. The book is amazing. The new book sounds amazing. The only place to go is up, bro. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I'll
you.
have my agent call you so we can cast me in the movie. That's all.
I want to be an extra too. If you need just a bearded ginger or a hippie or something, just call me up.
It looks like
All right.
one of them radical dudes with combat wear on and stuff with white hair, like the white hair you got already.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, my hair was this white since I was 18.
What?
Really?
Yeah, really. My hair was purple at one time.
Does it run in your family like white hair running in your family like that at a young age, or just you?
Yep, my mom. No, my mom was when I was born. My mom's hair turned white. Go figure.
Wow.
Just ran a ragged, dude.
True.
Dude, I didn't have any gray or white hair in this beard at all. Now I got tons of it.
Man,
You want to know why? Because I got a kid now. For 2 years, I've had to take care of a kid, and it's what it does to. I'm 35 years old, guys.
No, I was like this since I was 18.
wow, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, you should see it when it's spiked.
So Raymond, you got any shows coming up this year?
You know what I wanted to do, man? I had San Diego on my eye. I had New York Comic Con ready, but this pandemic really just it threw a wrench into my plans, man. So I was like, well, let me just suck it up and just finish just doing a whole bunch of books. Then when the convention come back, I'll be ready to rock and roll because I have a lot of books. I mean, I have a lot of books to be ready, man. And so I said, well, let me just concentrate on the books. Then, hopefully when this pandemic let up and people get back, go back to normal, hopefully, I'll be back on the convention scene. Because I love, like I said, I got a lot of bucket lists. I did LA last year. That was a blast. That was before the pandemic hit. And I did Florida SuperCon the year before. That was another hit. Because I like doing big shows. So I try to look for the best big con to do.
And that's the way to go. And I'm right there with you. I try my best to do the same thing. I've done a couple smaller shows though, and I still like them because they feel more intimate, and you can still make money at those shows. But the bigger ones, if you can only do a couple a year, you got to aim big because that's where you might get seen. So that's
I'm crazy. And I mean, you went to where? Yeah, I went to MegaCon. and I did. I sold out my books, and it was crazy, and the crowd was just crazy. And I love talking to a lot of people when I'm at conventions. I love to draw live, give them sketches. I just love doing a lot of stuff. I see y'all look. So you got a whole. I got some around here. I got. Let me see. I don't think I can take this off.
I had them sitting right next to me, so I figured I'd show you guys. I was trying to move them earlier, and I realized how many of these freaking things I had. I was just like, dude, my entire life was convention.
Man.
I miss them,
Yeah, this is my life of VIP.
Dude, I never got a lot of VIP one.
Yeah, I got a lot of these, man. But like I said, I enjoy the con, man. I just miss it though, man. I miss talking to people, and it's nothing like just talking to people face to face and what they like. They tell you about their favorite comics, and I miss all that, man. It's a bummer.
It is. It is a bummer.
Bummer, man.
I agree with you on that, my friend. Raymond, how long do you want to go tonight? It's 8:00 right now.
I'm free today, man.
10 o'clock.
I'm free today.
This time it's 9 o'clock. This time 8:00.
I be up all night, man. My sleep all messed up, so I'm okay today. I don't know how long you guys want to go.
I gotta wake up at 4 a.m.
Lewis, what do you think for tonight, my friend? You want to hang out a little bit? You want to go ahead and call it?
I tell you what, I will call it from myself, but I'm going to leave the show in your guys' hands. You guys keep going on. I will give you my blessing. You are doing a wonderful job. You don't need me to babysit. You can do this, Mark. You are fine. Raymond, what do you think? Do you think the captain can handle this without me?
You might got it. You might got it. You got the pilot control.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So, Raymond, it was nice to hang out with you for this past hour, brother. Like I said, space is the place, sky is the limit. The universe is going to bring you there, my man. You have fun. Best of luck. Agent Solo, you knock it out of the park every issue. The next property, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see Sarante's cosplay on it. I'm going to hit you up and steal you from this cat and put you on the Angry Geeks with Jamie and I. So check your Facebook Messenger for that. Mark, I will see you soon. And with that, I will definitely hit you up. And with that, I am out. So, I will talk to you guys later.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Lewis Perry. He is gracious enough to be the co-host on the Mayhem Show with Mark May every night while we're doing this Kickstarter for Hellpug and Velocicock, which is awesome. My special guest tonight, if you are joining us right now, is Mr. Raymond Leonard. How awesome is it that we get to talk to this gentleman? It's been an amazing show so far. Wanted to show you the link just in case. Did that one. And then we got this one here, which was yesterday. And then don't forget about our soundtrack, which just launched right now on silentmayhemproductions.com. Go check out those 6 songs. And Raymond, we're back, my friend. So for the rest of the show, I was just sitting here thinking, we probably got about a good 15 minutes left that I can probably talk a little bit before I got to jump off here. Do you want to go wrestling? Do you want to go food? Or do you want to go comics? Up to you.
Whatever you mind ask me, I'm all for it, brother. Whatever you want to ask me, I don't care.
So,
what did you draw, man? What are you guy?
What's that?
Are you a digital or you a paper guy?
Oh, I'm a paper guy.
You draw digital?
No.
Yeah, I'm a paper guy.
Yeah, paper guy all day because you can have original traditional art to sell at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And a lot of these digital guys, they don't have anything to sell at the end of the day. And I mean, the name of the game is making fun. So if you're not drawing it on a piece of paper and it's not on somebody's wall, you're kind of missing out. You know what I mean? So what about you? What about you? You say you're a traditional guy as well, right?
Yeah, I love pencil and paper, man. I love to get my hands. I just love to feel the creativeness of just drawing on that paper, man, and taking that ink and brush and drawing on the fine lines, and just then you have some original artwork you just always sell or give away, and seeing that person love it, man, it's nothing to beat that, man. I'm gonna keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. I'm just not into the whole digital thing. My eyes are hurt looking at a white screen all day. I can't do it. I mean, I just can't do it.
So I'm right there with you. I actually hired somebody to do digital work for me for the color jobs. So what I'll do, I'll actually pencil, and then I won't even ink it at all. I'll just let him paint the whole thing. Do you want to see the cover for Hellpug and Velocicock since you asked about the artwork?
Yeah, you got a Kickstarter, right? Your Kickstarter's up and going?
Yeah. Let me show you the cover.
Show me that. Send me a link. Chance, I want to back it, man. I want to get a book.
Okay.
Oh, man. That's crazy. Look at the detail.
I really appreciate it, brother. I really do. The pencils, I mean, the guy that bought the pencils from me the day after we launched it, he said, I got to start taking credit for my work because I was just trying to, prop up Sanju the entire time. I'm like, this guy is like 80% and I'm 20%, you know what I mean, of this cover. Because his color work is just so good. I always like to prop him up, you know what I mean? But I mean, the pencils, I mean, they were some of my better pencils. I felt like the pug especially looks just like my pug in real life, which I thought was awesome because this is kind of our way to commemorate my dog so I can remember him forever. You know
Oh
what I
man,
mean?
too. I lost my dog. He was a pit bull, but he was a nice pit bull, man. His name was Bruno, and he died like a couple of years ago before my little brother passed away. And man, I never cried so hard in my life.
I know, I know. So I'm not doing the one up thing, but my dog's name was Bruno as well. That died about 6 years ago. How crazy is
Get
that?
out, Bruno.
Yeah,
Your dog.
my dog was named Bruno, and I had to take him and put him down, and I cried like a baby while I did it, dude. How crazy is
Man,
that?
man, see, we're all these best of friends now, man.
Well, hey, we both like pizza, we both like wrestling, we both like comics, we both like drawing, we both like the Packers. I mean, this is pretty cool so far, dude.
That's why I said this convention, man. I swear, you this convention, man, I can hit you up anytime.
Anytime. Well, hopefully we'll be able to make it back to some soon, because I gotta get back to it. I've got all these books coming out every month, and I gotta have somebody to sell them to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're trying, but it's nothing for to happen, man. Like they're like every kind of trying to shoot for December, but come on, man. Like December's like when you want to be with your family, man. Ain't nobody trying to go to no convention around that time. You know, you got Christmas shopping you probably want to do.
Right.
You know,
NFL playoffs on Sundays.
Yeah, happen. I mean, it's sad, but come on, man. I mean, they're pushing for that, but it's not. They don't want to go to those conventions. You know, then they gotta go by the government, you know, the law and all that for social distancing, and it's just not going to happen. But I'm just praying that 2022 at least we can get back on track. I'm you know,
I'm gonna slap another golden label on every one of my comic titles and just be like, no, 2022. This is when this came out. Yeah, it's brand new. How do you know it's not brand new? Oh, because it's been in my house for the past 2 years when I released it and didn't have a chance to show you. I get it now. Yeah, like they're gonna read the Indictor. This came out in 1974, man. What is this?
You're right.
So back to wrestling for a second. When you were growing up, you said you loved Hogan, you loved the Warrior.
Yes. Yep.
Did you ever watch any WCW, like in the late 80s, early 90s at all? Not WCCW that you were talking about from Texas, but the Georgia wrestling from WCW.
Yeah, Ric Flair, oh man, Nature Boy, man, we used to come out with that music.
That was amazing.
And Glitter and Rock. And you had Ric Flair, you had the Four Horsemen, Art Anderson.
So I actually met Rick at Colorado Springs Comic Con. It was about 3-4 years ago, and I walked right up. Oh my God, I was freaking out, man. I was just like, oh my God, Ric Flair is like you and Dusty in the cage. He just looked at me. He's like, whatever, like come on. I was like, walks out of the convention, gets in a sports car and drives off. I'm just like, that's Ric Flair in the real life. He really is a limousine riding, highest profile and styling. You know, he's amazing, dude.
Yeah, man, WCW. I mean, like I said, I grew up in a household like my grandma and her brother. I used to sit down and watch wrestling with them, man, and that's how I really got hooked on it. And it never left me to that. You know, when you got all this going on, you know, there's other stuff going on with your books and stuff, man. You just get lost track. But am I still watching when I have time? But man, I love it, man. It's my comfort, man. That's like a hobby. It's like a comfort that I enjoy so much.
Did you ever watch WWE Network and watch any of the classics on WWE Network at all?
Yeah, I did at first when I had the network, then I had canceled it because there was never one to fix it. It was always Paul. Yeah, sometimes I'd be messed up, and I was like, man, why am I paying $9.99 for this? And they're not fixing this stuff. And I got fed up, and I canceled my order. And I started watching it on YouTube because it's on YouTube.
That's what I do too, man. I'll just go back and watch old YouTube videos of it.
So I'm saying I'm tired of paying $99 for this, and I'm trying to fix it, and they make it complicated for you to even watch it because they make it. It's not easy for you to want to click on the access stuff. They got you going through loops, and I was like, this is just crazy. So I was like, let me cancel this. But I watch it all on YouTube, bro. I mean, I watch all of them events on YouTube. Uh, Jimmy Flash, Simi Soka, and all them guys, and Ricky Rock, Steamboat.
Hell yeah. Dude,
I
one of the things about WWE for their network, and you see this, which I absolutely hate, was the victors write history, right? So if they're the victors, you see them just completely blank out certain wrestlers and act like they never existed. And you're just like, what are you doing? Like, one of those wrestlers was Jimmy Valiant, like the Boogie Woogie Man. Okay. So he would come out to this music that sounded like, and like WWE just like turned it like they changed his music, right? Completely.
Are you talking about what WCW? Are you talking about Vince McMahon? Are you talking about what Vince McMahon brought WCW? And they changed everything. They kind of changed a lot of stuff.
So no, what I'm saying is like they have all the tapes of all this old wrestling. So they'll go in and they'll edit out the sound. Like if I were to take this video right now and edit out the sound for it, they do that for certain intros and stuff to make people look bad. And I'm just sitting there like, man, like respect the history of the wrestling or don't. You know what I mean? Like don't try to write it to where like you make these guys look bad.
Yeah, he's known for that. He's known for not respecting a lot of the industry. That's what a lot of people don't really like to work with him. Mm-hmm. He don't, he listen. He wants to do things his way. Then he have his favorites. He don't put over the wrestlers that should be put over. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with him, like Roman Reigns, for instance. I mean, he tried to sell Roman Reigns, but nobody just wasn't buying him, bro. I mean,
dude, and here's the thing: is he's the champion right now, like right now, and he's just terrible, man. I can't take watching him, and he beat Edge and Daniel Bryan in the WrestleMania main event. That just hurt, man. Like it hurt.
His micro, I was like, this, and I get it. They were trying to push him because he was kin to The Rock, but it just wasn't working, bro. Even Rock tried to help him out. It just wasn't working because he didn't have it.
You gotta give it up, man. I don't care how much you love The Rock. You gotta eventually be like, look, man, your little cousin can't be champ for the next 5 years at WrestleMania.
Right, man. I mean, it just wasn't working out, man. Like, okay, how they trying to push this guy on people? He's not selling, man. They need to stop that. Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar, man. I love, people say they hate Brock Lesnar.
I liked him. He was a great show.
I enjoy watching him.
You know what I wanted? I wanted Ken Lashley and Brock Lesnar this year for the WrestleMania main event. That would have been an incredible main event.
Yeah, because they're both UFC champs. I think that would be real good. Mm-hmm. And I would I just hate that we got screwed as fans by WWF when they had got Sting because we were supposed to get a Sting versus Taker. But since Vince was in his feelings and Triple H was in his feelings, they screwed Sting.
I remember watching it. It was terrible. Like Triple H and DX went out there, wrestled one match, and he beat him, and then he went away forever after that, which was no wonder he never wanted to go to WWE to begin with.
They botched the match. Seth Rollins, he hurt his neck. Remember, he messed up his neck.
Yeah, yep, and they said he'd never wrestle again, but for some reason he's doing it at AEW.
Right, I'm glad to see him back there, but I just hate that we didn't get that match, man, because I think Sting would have beat Undertaker. And I really wanted to see that match, but thanks to Vince, man, they screwed the fans, and that's what made me not really want to care about WWF after that, man. I was like, man, I feel like I was duped. They had us believing this was going to really happen, and they botched it, and they didn't, and Triple H was off for himself. It makes things look bad.
It just makes him look good. He's like, oh, yeah, DX is better than NWO. Is all it was supposed to be. As we won the war against WCW, and that's so stupid. Like, years later, like a vendetta that you saw 10 years later just so you can say you did it. You know what I mean? Just dumb on his part.
Exactly.
I was a huge Undertaker fan. I was a huge Shawn Michaels fan, too, so watching those matches at WrestleMania were fantastic. But you know who I really liked? Was Psycho Sid.
Yeah, Michael was I love Shawn Michaels, man, with the sweet chin music, man. And he was a hell of an entertainer too. I also loved watching Nick Foley versus Undertaker, man. Those matches, bro.
Oh yeah.
Was to the
When he threw him
those
off the
matches was
cage, dude, when he threw him off the cage, I thought he was dead. You know what I mean? I saw it live. I was 13 years old, and I'm sitting there eating pizza, and I'm pretty sure, like, I coughed and, like, choked on it as I watched. It's like, ah! Just because I'm like, he just killed him. He killed him.
That dude was a real deal. You know, before he's Nick Foley's Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
I watched him back when he's doing the bloody wrestling, man. That dude,
you watched
he really is.
death matches, the bomb matches. Have you seen any of those on YouTube?
Was it from ECW?
No. So check this out. When you get off here with me, if you can, go look on YouTube and see if you can see a Terry Funk Japanese death match. Just go watch a Terry Funk Japanese death match. And I know we're talking about Mick Foley, but he does some of these matches against him. Dude, they cut like one of them was sick. Like it was in Japan. And he's wrestling this Japanese guy, and he like cuts his arm open with this barbed wire. Every time they touch this barbed wire, it cuts their arms open. And I'm just sitting here like, am I watching torture right now, or am I watching a wrestling match? But I loved it. So check it out, man. I think you'll love the match.
He got to age now. People had to, I don't know if you heard, but he had to make a statement what his purposes did because he said, please stop asking him to sign because he can't really sign anymore because his nerves are bad.
Mm-hmm.
People be asking if he's sad, and he had to turn it down because his nerves are real messed up. He can't think sometimes how to spell his name out, and he explained that to his fans, his fans were telling him, can you please start telling me to sign stuff because I can't sign because sometimes I forget and my nerves are bad. He got bad nerves and stuff. I just feel sorry for the guy because he really put his line on life. He put his line on life for wrestling, man.
He did it for our entertainment. That's one thing is he put his body and his soul and his life on the line for us, and we should thank him forever because those memories are going to be etched in my memory forever. I mean, him not just being thrown off the top of the cage to the side onto the table 30 feet down, but also then taking a choke slam through the cage on top of a chair, which knocked his two front teeth through his nose. So, I mean, you're talking about one of the worst things that could possibly happen to your entire body, and you can see it when he walks. Like, he can barely walk nowadays. So, him and Vader, man, they had some matches in WCW that were pretty amazing, and in Japan, Cactus Jack. Raymond, it is 8:20, my friend, which means we are getting close to getting off here for tonight. It has been awesome having you, dude. Thank you so much for being
man. I enjoyed myself. Thank you so much, man. This made my day today. I love talking to people, man. I can talk all day.
Well, if you want to come back on anytime, dude, because I mean, like I said, we could probably sit here and talk for a good 4 or 5 hours. That's what it feels like, anyways.
Yes. Before I go, are you a toy collector?
Oh hell yeah, absolutely am.
You got the new He-Man, the Origins?
No, I have not. I haven't even seen them. How about that? Look at that. Put that in there.
Grew up the ones they make them just like this now, but they make them with the legs and being and stuff like that.
Oh man, yeah. Those old ones didn't have that.
You should get you some.
I don't know if you see, but I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan. So I've got
new stuff. Did you get the stuff?
All these right here where my finger are. Those are all G.I. Joes right there. All
the little mini kind, original.
Yep. I mean, look. This is my G.I. Joe. Like, actually, me.
Hey, that's awesome. I like that, man.
I had a custom one made for me at a comic shop. They were just like, "Oh, whatever, I could do that easy. All I got to do is do," and then like took it apart and then put it back together. I was like, And he didn't realize. He's like, oh, here you go. But I like walked away like, this is the greatest thing in my entire life. And I'm keeping it next to me at all times. But Raymond, it has been awesome, man. I cannot wait for all your other projects coming out this year. Whenever you are ready, come do a Hellbringers cover for me, and I'll do an Agent Solo cover for you. That sounds like a lot of fun. I can even do one for a girl because I draw girls way better than I draw dudes. So that would be awesome.
Now, I just found that now that you're a girl artist. I said, oh, I really got to have them on board now. Your Kickstarter still running? Is it still running?
What's that?
Your Kickstarter is still running? Is it still up?
Kickstarter just started yesterday. We did a launch party yesterday. We're going to do 15 days for the Kickstarter.
Well, I'm in Facebook jail, so I can't see anything.
Oh man, really?
The link, man. I want to buy a book. I'm gonna book it, man.
Can I keep you on? I can actually, if you want to stay on and see some of the information, I was gonna show people right now all the Hellpug and Velocicock stuff. Do you want to see some of it? Do you want to stay on and see some of it?
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I tell you what, then we are gonna pull up a video real quick, and I'm gonna let you watch this video because this is what really sells it.
Well, who's the big bad boss? I'm the big bad boss. And my name is Hellpug, talk a lot of shit when I walk. I just walk around with a bad mood. My attitude, that's bad too. If the queen said I'ma bust a move, if you cross her, I'ma bust you too. Lilith said I gotta go away to find a husband and my daddy, yeah. On a special mission, I complete the mission, always ready for a battle, eh? Find Lucifer, then bring him back. Think I gotta jump on where he hiding at. But first I gotta move the queen to a safer place where ain't nobody riot at. That's a 10-4, buddy, roger that. About to hit the city, I'll be right back. Yeah, the city of Los Angeles to a castle town where nobody at. Hold up, what is this that I see? A Velocicock, half raptor, half cop. Run up on them with them things cop. And around in the chamber that bang cop. Oh, now this getting crazy. Somebody else done appear. And it look like it's a rhinoceros rex. Me and Velocicock, we have a threat. And my God, there's another, now we have a mess. And this one's an elephantitis. Me and Velocicock must be united. Kapow, kaplooey, we fighting. We striking them quicker than lightning. It's history, put it in writing.
That's dope. That's tight, bro. Who did the rapping?
So that right there is King Marino. King Marino from Atlanta, man. He actually went out and I paid him, and he did a song for me for the Hellbringer soundtrack, and that is the first song that we made for it. How cool is that?
Man, that's wild, man. I did that with the Agent Solo soundtrack. I had got someone from New Orleans artist I found and gave him what Agent Solo was about. He rapped it, and man, they made the sound, they made the track, and I just loved it ever since.
Well, dude, hit him up on Fiverr, I think it is. Hit him up on Fiverr. You'll be able to check him out. I get a lot of artists out there and other places as well. Here are the 8 covers that we have for the Kickstarter.
Oh, man, like that.
Go ahead, Jacob. Go ahead.
How you draw your girls, man? It's ridiculous.
Come on.
Man, dude, trust me. I couldn't draw girls at first without starting out, man. I used to hate it. And I had to really learn that with the curves. I mean, you got it down packed, though, brother. I mean, it's easy drawing over phallic women.
Here's the thing. I've been drawing girls for the past 3 years because Murat hired me. The first pinup I ever did for my first published work was for Counterpoint Comics. And I love drawing women, so that's all I did. I actually stopped drawing men. My anatomy is so bad on guys that I try my best not to put too much detail into it, so I can't give away exactly how bad I am when it comes to drawing guys. But I love drawing women.
Your work, man. Your work is phenomenal, man. Well, we all got our weakness, because my weakness is like drawing a lot of women. I mean, I could get away because I still study with the curves. I try to make them sense as I can, but it's a struggle with me sometimes when I draw women. I can't believe I'm doing a women book. I was like, I never draw a female book because I can't draw women. But here I am drawing this violent bird, and I'm proud of myself because I was like, I can breathe now because I drew a woman. So I understand where you're coming from with that though. I really do understand that, but sometimes we just get off scared.
You gotta find a pretty face. When it comes to ladies, a lot of people tell you, it's all about the face. It's how you draw their face. Because a lot of people look right into their eyes. It's the first thing they look at when they look at the piece. No matter what pose they're in, they're gonna go for that face and look at their face to see how pretty it is. And my recommendation, like somebody told me, they were just like, find a pretty girl and try to draw her almost every time. So I would look for the prettiest girls that I could actually find and use them for reference. And I'm not giving away any secrets on who I use or anything like that, but I will tell you right now, there are people out there that I've seen, like when you see a picture and you get that instant feeling like, oh my God, that chick is beautiful. Like you're blown away and you're like, I'm going to use her for reference.
What's the technique you use to get them lines like that, bro? Like, cause your lines when you draw your women are very curvy and sharp. Like, what do you use? Like, what?
So I use a 0.5 H&B mechanical pencil, which you can usually only find at Target, which is crazy because a lot of times you go to Michael's, you find all these different pencils. A lot of times those skinnier pencil leads will break easy for me, like the 0.3s don't work too well. So what I like to do is I'll actually I'll go in and I'll basically it's a darker pencil too. That's the other thing is H&B pencil is not like a 2H. So on a scale of on 4H or 2H, which most artists use if they're doing a pencils for a cover, I'm using an HB, which is right in the middle, and it's dark, and it's a smooth pencil lead too. So a lot of times if I get it on the side of my hand right here, you'll see it on my originals. It's everywhere on the piece. And I get a lot of cleanup done for the cover from my color artist as far as cleaning that pencil up that I get smudges and stuff on. But if I had the original art right now, I could show it to you for the pencils. Mm-hmm. But as far as the lines, I started developing this thing like 2 years ago where I would draw it out, I'd do all the lines for everything, and then I'd come back at the very end and start like just making different lines thicker. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like anytime I could find a shadow for like elbows or something like that, then that would be a thicker line. And so once I started learning how to do stuff like that, that's when I was able to start getting curves like what we're talking about here.
See, look, they like how you got the arm, the shoulder. Man, I'll be trying to get a detail. See,
and that's the thing is I leave it. The big problem I had when I first started is I was detailing this so much that a lot of those details were getting canceled out after the color artist would come in, and I started realizing like I'm not helping my color artist at all by doing this. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just start trying to leave out my minor details and just leave the major so he can color it.
But your style, you got that Michael Lesnar like style, bro. Like I like that Alexa style. It's like Michael Lesnar used to draw his Dawn character.
Michael Lesnar just did a cover for me for Jengar and Shred, Raymond. I'm not sure if you got to see it, my man. That was one of the coolest moments in my entire life. That was absolutely.
I know it had to be, man. Like yours, like I can see that style, and he draws his women so man, just flawless. Especially that Dawn character here. That's why I see your style kind of like resembles a little, and that's a hell of a style. I love that style.
Okay. Okie dokie. Hold on 1 second here, Raymond.
All right.
Sorry, brother. Always working, so I had to answer a email real quick. You ever stop working at all? You ever just get a break like to where you can play video games or something like that? Do you have a favorite video game that you play?
You know, I used to play video games, not too much now. What I do is I would take a break and I would get into a show, man, and I would get caught up in it. I had to put myself off of like I had to watch Titans, for instance, on HBO Max.
Oh, it's so
And,
good.
I was watching that,
Go into it.
and yeah, man, and that's what I do. I watch the TV show. I take a break. And something like if I'm not feeling it, I think, you know what, I need to scoot away and go watch something, man. Cool off, go watch something, come back to it later. So I had to watch something like Night Rider TV show. Anything I get my hands on, like a TV show or something that's good, I relax and I'm ready to go back and I, knock out this page that I was like struggling on because I just wasn't into it yet. And that's what I do is like I go watch a TV show or something like that.
I just sent you the link, my man, for the Kickstarter. Did you just say Knight Rider was your nighttime show to watch?
Yeah.
With
Man, I watch some everything, man. Yeah, man, you already know my day house out there, right? Everybody can't believe what I'm at. That's my bucket list. I already met Flash Gordon, the man himself, at LA Comic Con. That was a dream come true.
Dude, he actually traded pieces with me, walked me over to his table, took one of my art prints, gave me an Alex Ross signed art print, and he signed it. It was like a 16 by 20. I still have this thing. It just blew me away, man.
I drew Flash Gordon and him and the princess, and he's like, "You drew this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I wanted to give it to you." He's like, "Man, this is he's like, I gotta give you something, man, in return." I'm like, "Oh man, I didn't know what to say." I was just speechless. I'm like, "I'm talking to freaking Flash Gordon, my icon, kid hero." I can't believe we did. That's all.
I'm going to pull these covers back up here. You can see the Brett Akamura, Hulk 181, Herb Trimpe homage. Ian Chase Nichols to the right of that with Lilith taking pictures of Pug in a sailor outfit while he's looking sad about it, and Velocicox laughing at him because he's making fun of him. And then to the right of that is Sarah Frazetta homaging her grandfather, Frank Frazetta, for the great painting The Egyptian Queen. For that Hellpug cover that Sanji put the colors on. Also, we have just a quick, I'll bring that up real quick so Raymond can see it.
Wow,
Raymond, that's Sarah Frazetta. That's the granddaughter of the great Frank Frazetta, my man, that did that. How crazy is that?
Man, that's mind blowing, man. I don't know. That's wall poster hanger right there, man.
Hell
man,
yeah.
Look at
I might actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe get a couple prints of that and have Sarah sign it. Send it over.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. That's just flawless, bro. You don't get no better than that. All these covers are just look at that one right here.
Dude, I really appreciate you liking these so much. Stephen Poalo is one of my good friends, and Russ Cassidy did this one right here. These are the bad guys for the book, Raymond. So you'll see these guys towards the end of the book. That's Elefante Titus, and Rhinoceros Rex.
You know what remind me of when I was a kid? The toys we used to get back in the day, they'd be like knock off of He-Man and stuff, but they was still fun to look at. And like the hardcover of the box, it looks like this on the back of a toy box, bro. Like seriously, I like this stuff. I love art, man. I'm a big geek, man. I'm just a big geek. I love stuff. I love art.
I'm a big geek too. I love all that stuff. This is Steph and Carrie.
Oh man, I love all.
Just the little dog.
Wow, look at that, man. Everybody loves the dog, the Pug.
Everybody loves
the Pug
the
and all
dog.
love.
And then, of course, there's mine. We've already looked at mine. And then the legendary Joseph Rubinstein, ladies and gentlemen. What title has this man not worked on? Marvel, DC, everything. and then he did this
Also,
sweet painting. This
that's
painting is correct.
he's my lunch buddy in Kansas. We all talk about comics and stuff. Oh my God, that's so bro, man. He killed that, man.
And
He killed.
dude, the fact that I get to own the original, and
Uh,
that's
dude,
my
that
first
gotta be,
Rosetta piece, ladies and gentlemen.
that gotta be hung up, man. That gotta be hung up on a frame, bro. You can't just have that there.
I have them laying out because I got nowhere to put them. The Hellbringers Museum is starting to like fill up. You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna get the Rubenstein piece and that Frazetta piece framed, and when we actually have a place to hang it, I'm gonna do my best to hang it up. This is what Ed Smith's cover looks like, but then it goes to the lenticular version for the Virgin. So this is what it's basically going to look like as it changes.
Oh, man, that's great. Creative as hell. That's like, with the shoot that's something. That's gonna be like it's gonna be a flip flop page, or it's gonna be holographic 3D, like
that's that. It's 3D, man. It's got that whole lenticular vibe, like this one right here. I'll show you. So, like this one.
Yeah.
See that?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a Hellbringer, guys. So, we get amazing lenticular covers, and I'm not just saying this, guys. They are the best quality in the industry for these lenticular covers. Better than even when all Marvel come out with them.
Listen, man, you got me all hyped up.
Hey, I can tell you where to get all this stuff too if you ever need it, Raymond. Just let me know, man. So I can tell you where to get chromes. I can tell you where to get metals. Tell you where to get lenticulars. We'll get you hooked up, dude. Just let me know.
Thank you.
All right, I got another video. You want to see it? You don't have to stay on if you don't want to. You're not gonna hurt my feelings, brother. You sure you want to stay on here?
I'm enjoying knowledge. You got me all pumped up and hype, man. I can't stop just going back doing just creating myself now. Now you got me. I gotta play catch up.
Okay, then I tell you what. I'm gonna play this for you. First off, have you ever seen the Slithery Snake video on YouTube where the dude's got like the little snake hat on and he's like, I'm a slithery snake?
No. Is he like YouTube or something? I try to keep up with YouTube, but
it was like 10 years ago. It was on Tosh.0 was the first place that they played it on one of the first episodes.
Crossing. It probably did. I just remember.
So that YouTube video has like 80 million views or something insane. It's one of the top viewed YouTube videos of all time. We got this guy to do a video for Hellpug and Velocicock. You want to see it?
Yeah, let me check that out, man. Roll that.
I'm a snake. I'm a silly little sneaky snake. Now, I was slithering around the comic book store, and I started hearing about this new comic book coming out. Now, I haven't read this thing yet, but it sounds pretty sweet. It's called Hellpug and Velocicock. That's in case you aren't a scientist, that is half velociraptor, half cock, kind of like how I'm half human, half silly little sneaky snake. Now, I guess that also means Hellpug is half hell, half pug. Now, I used to have a pug, and they're pretty much all hell. So, Hellpug and Velocicock is about to be coming out soon. Snatch that thing up and see what that's all about, because it sounds pretty sweet to a silly little sneaky snake. And I know, because I'm a snake. I'm a silly little sneaky snake.
Man, that was hilarious.
I got one more for you. You know who Jamie Kennedy is from Scream and also Malibu's Most Wanted?
Yeah. I can't stop laughing.
What's up? It's Jamie Kennedy.
I like this.
We have a new hilarious comic book coming out called Hellpug and Velocock. Have you heard about Hellpug and Velocock? Velocicock? Hellpug and Velocicock. Come on, this isn't. It's half Velociraptor half butt plug. I mean half cock. Hellpug is Lilith. And she's Lucifer's puppy. This is from Russ, McLean, and Ed. Mark, what the hell? How do you even come up with this shit? Is this real? This is like a fake one. Alright, I'll leave it, but you can go long and edit it. Because I just wanted you to see that part. Hey, what's up? This is Jamie Kennedy, and I just want to let you know there's this great new comic book called Velociraptor Velocicock. Half Velociraptor, half cock. It's incredible. It's in a limited run right now. It's going to be an NFT. Velocicock. Velociraptor butt plug. It's a lot going on. Ed, Russ, McLean, Mark. Whew. Some of those late night brainstorms. Congratulations. Great book. It's going to be huge.
So that was Jamie Kennedy, Raymond Leonard, talking about Hellpug and Velocicock. One more thing I want to talk about with the Hellpug and Velocicock is Wendy Steen Shaner actually approached me to do a cross promotion, and we did one. So if you back both projects for the Naughty Fairy Stripper Assassins when it comes out next week, and this Hellpug, you will receive a free poker chip with that art by Ed Smith, Steph Wilson, and Carrie Ann, and Russ Cassidy. So that is that.
You're a busy man, Mark. You're very busy.
I am busy, my friend. I got another show tomorrow night with Tom Hutchinson, and then the night after we got Mike DeBalfo, who's one of my all-time favorite artists.
Doggy. You got Tom Hutchinson from Big Doggy?
Yeah,
man,
sure
tell him
I'll totally tell him you said what's up, man. He's a cool dude. I like him a lot.
That's my Steven Seagal homie.
Yeah, dude. This guy could totally play Steven Seagal in like one of those movies where like they're acting like Steven Seagal. Dude, he looked just like it for sure. We worked together last year. I did a pinup for him, and he kicked my ass into shape, man. I am a better artist for working with that man for sure. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, Tom Hudson, he's a great guy, man. He gave me a lot of pointers. If I was jumping in, he see what I was doing. He gave me a lot of great tips, and I followed him. I listened to him because he's been in the game long enough, and he's a great guy, man. He gave me all type of tips and what not to do and what to be aware of, and he meant well what he was saying, and he's just a very great guy. And I met Tom numerous times. He's very tall. He's a tall dude, man. I said, "Wow, you're tall. You're like a tall Steve."
It's like, what are you, some kind of fucking giant?
Yeah, he's tall. With the pony, I don't know if he still got his ponytail or not, but his hair was slicked back, got the ponytail going. He's like this real tall dude, man. And I'm looking up at him because you got to look up because he's tall. But he's very, very good, man. I can't wait to hear that show, man. That's a guy.
This is one of the pages inside the book by Ed Smith.
Oh, that's dope, man. It's black and white.
Yeah, here's another page you just finished.
Man, they're like this real straight up Cartoon Network or something, man. I like this. Very creative, bro.
Thank you so much, dude.
You get a plush stuffed animal of the pug, bro. That'll sell quick.
Dude, if I knew where to get it, I would probably try to get it. You know what I mean?
I'll see you a link to it.
Oh, there actually is a place to make one of these things?
Yeah, they make custom plush toys for you. But you gotta go they go by the units. I don't know, depends on what you want. Like I don't know if you said you want 1,000 plush pucks or 1,000 dinosaurs, whatever. They'll do that stuff, man. They'll bag it and then send it to you.
Dude, 1,000 is a lot, man. I don't know if I'm going to be selling 1,000 anytime soon. Hopefully they'll take an order of 10 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Same thing, bro. I said, think about the Major Solo toys. I said, man, I'm like for the bat. I'm like, man, look, I'm not no freaking Tommy Furley, man. I'm not, nobody's not for the battle. I was wrong. Man, I sold 100 units of Major Solo. I thought I was going to go sell like 20. Ended up being 100. Yeah.
How much you sell those for, by the way?
They was going, I was selling them because that, you know, because they had to be an upper tier. I was selling them for like, they was going for 75, plus you get a book and all that. Then I had another other tier like 175. So they was going, you can say for 200 at least, something like that. Because I had to, because, you know, to get those things made, they got to get made.
Oh, yeah. So, it costs a fortune to get the, first off, what is it? The SLT file costs a fortune to make. Then you gotta get them printed, which costs a fortune. I mean, getting a toy out is way more expensive, guys, than getting a comic out is. So the simple fact that you moved 100 though is insane, my friend. That is amazing.
I swear, you know, to do that. It got crazy. Man, I still got people asking me when I want to do another one because they want one. They're like, I didn't get a chance to get one. I want one. You know, so I was like, well, I'll do one more. That's it.
What do you think you're going to do? Are you going to do Violet Bird?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing this dial. I got 11-inch dial getting prototype right now as we speak. So I'm trying to decide, should I do it? And if not, if I do it, it'd be limited. It might be to 10 dials or something like that. It got to be very limited because, you know, they go by the more moving joints and stuff, the higher the cost.
Right.
That's how they get you. And, you know, you just gotta, man, you be like, okay, I need not to move a lot, you know, so you gotta like play around with your price. But it's just so much fun just doing it, man, because you only live once, you know, you just want to just feel like, man, at least I did it. It was crazy, but I did it, you know. But it's all about, you know, what you think you should, you know, people should have. Because you're still a boss, you still can call your shots, you know. So it's like, if you can, but I think the puffs to sell, man. I'm telling you, people love plush toys.
Dude, I want them, and if I can get them and we can actually get them, I'll get them. You know what I mean? Because I'd love to have a plush helper. I think that would be amazing. I might even sleep with it. Don't tell anybody that. One of the things I respect the hell out of you about is you let people know where you get stuff. You didn't know me from a fly on the wall, and I actually messaged you about maybe getting some toys made, and you actually let me know, which I thought was awesome.
I love the show because I feel like, you know, we as indies, man, we always had this dream that we wanted to be like Tommy Furley. We wanted to be like these guys, and now we have an opportunity to do that. We can do what we want, and you know, if I got a resource or something,
it's crazy to work with the people that we looked up to, right?
Yeah, you know, and it's, you know, it's just fun creating, man. You get to do what you want, man. It's like you don't have to worry about saying no or you know, like, we can't do that because, you know, it just, I don't think people are like it right now, you know.
Right.
You know, you don't have to hear crap. You can do whatever you want, and you let the people will decide would they like it or not by somebody assuming they will not like it. You know, you put it out there, the people will let you know they like it or not. They're gonna buy it or they don't buy it. Then you'll know, okay, they don't want this, you know. But you put it out there, man, it's all ball game. It's all ball game. It's like nothing can stop you, you know. Nothing can stop you, man. Anybody, you can do whatever you want.
I mean, you especially can do whatever you want because you've already done it. You have a comic and a toy, which is insane. You could have your own toy line before this is all said and done.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm working on something like that. It's everything is just time and you talk to people, and you got to deal with a lot of contracts. You know, you got to get lawyers in place. It just takes a lot of time, man. It's like you want the stuff to up and go, but it's not like that because it's not a loophole. You know what I mean? It's like it just so much stuff tied into the stuff where we start climbing this ladder of success, and you start seeing like all these type of, you know, things you got to go through to get what you want. You know, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. You know, you just keep going. You know, but you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things didn't go my way, and you know, but I just kept going. You know, I didn't care. You know, I didn't care what nobody said. You know, I just kept going, man. Because there was times when people told me, "You're crazy for making those toys in the pandemic." You know, it's a pandemic. People ain't not gonna buy that stuff right now. and
here's the thing: is all the doubters and naysayers will always be there. No matter what we're doing, no matter what we do, no matter who we are, even the closest people to us are the ones that usually hurt us the most by telling us we can't do things. And it's funny because I know what you're talking about. Actually, my family, you know, I'll try to get them involved, like my parents and stuff like that. I'll try to show them books, and they still think that I don't have a job. You know what I mean?
It's like that with me. I still got family members. They don't get it. See, a lot of people, they're not gonna get what you do, man. It's almost like, you know, you just play it off. They're like, oh, you know, such is hiring. You're like, yeah, okay. You know, cause I'm not gonna explain this stuff with you. I'm not gonna sit up here and listen to what you got to me. But I know what I'm doing. You know, I know my heart. I know what I'm doing. You know?
Dude, let me tell you what's real. I actually have to explain at family gatherings for my girlfriend, fiance right now, who I'm about to get married to. Whenever I go over to like her parents' house, and like they have no idea what I do. You know what I mean? Like I try to explain it to them, but they are not interested at all. You know, like they're just like, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, you make comic books for, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, you travel the country and draw pictures for people for a living, okay. And I'm like, no, yeah, that's exactly what I do. Like, what do you not get about this? You know, and it's hard because, you know, they think that, you know, I'm just, you know, this guy that comes around doesn't have a job or something like that, and I'm on my phone working 24/7. You know what I mean? And that kind of stuff is, I don't know, like it drives you crazy. I know what you're talking about, because that moment you have that success and you're able to show it to them, and then they're like, oh my God, you made $10,000 on your last Kickstarter last month. And I was like, yeah, I did. I told you guys, this is my job. You know what I mean?
You know, and you do, Mark, just running down people's throat, man. I do all the time. I get a joy out of it. And when when I win, it's like I don't stop, man. I don't stop the bragging. I don't stop. I'm like, oh, I get every day. I mean, I don't know if you see my post or not, but I'm like, oh man, it's so good to wake up and see I'm winning. You know,
that dude, that makes them, that kills them. Like, they got nothing in their life sometimes. The people that are hating are just people that wish they had it. You know what I mean? That's all.
That's when you with posts like positive posts. When you winning, man, enjoy every minute, man. Keep down his throats. That's what I do. Like I can't wait to show what I got for that to happen right now with Violet Bird, because I've been in Facebook jail for 30 days.
Dude, what did you do, man?
Oh man, trolling. You know how trolls get out of control. They want to. They try to test me. They get on there. Your artwork is okay, but it's more light. It's too light feel for me, and I don't like raw light feel. He's a jerk. He's this. He's that. And you know, I'm always arguing over this. Like, you don't know raw light feel like I know him. Screw you.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I got in trouble the same way. I got kicked off for telling somebody screw you for saying something about one of my mentors. It's like, he had said something. I was like, well, I'll just come kill you then, or something like that. And they're like, no, you're banned immediately. And I was like, oh, okay then. All right.
Yeah, stop arguing with these people. You gotta have. I told you, you got. You're getting up there now. You can't argue with these people. And I'm like, okay, Rob, I want one. But man, he had it coming.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Like one of my mentors said the same thing to me a couple months ago. He's like, you need to realize you're in the publishing game now. You're not just an artist. You're not just one of these guys. You're actually in the publishing game. You've got to take it easy. You can't be saying the things that you say anymore, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I just say whatever I want all the time. And you can't do that as a publisher. Like, you actually have to be professional and grow up. And I've dealt so many growing pains in the past 3-4 months of becoming a publisher and learning all this new stuff. And I feel like I'm going to do it for the next 40 years of my life. It's just going to be an ongoing process, because the more I learn about this industry, the more I realize I know nothing about this industry.
Exactly. The same way with me, man. I'm still learning that as I go. I write all this stuff down because I want to tell a book about how all this came, because I studied in jail.
It's a good book.
It wasn't easy, it wasn't easy, man, but I would love to help other creators. That was like less fortunate than me, man. That had a 9 to 5, and you feel like you just wasn't going nowhere because you had the 9 to 5 job, and it was like taken away from your creative time. I've been through all that, man. And like I tell these small guys that was like me, that, if you really want this, you got to really make a decision, because it's really lonely. It's a lonely process. It's a lonely process. You're not going to have people in your corner. You might have some people in your corner. Then you might have so-called friends that you thought you had in your corner. Then they, flip on you.
They just disappear.
Yeah, all these things gonna start happening. But then you're gonna see you're gonna start seeing how far you climbing up. A lot of people was just there just for that one reason. They're not gonna they're gonna be there for the season. And you gotta just learn from stuff. You know what I mean? And I learned a lot. I lost some friends, and I gained some friends. I gained good, important friends over friends who were just there for the moment. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And
friends that you gain in this industry sometimes become your best friends as well, and you don't even know. I mean, they were right here in front of you the whole time, and you start to become like you start to get these valuable relationships that you're going to have for the rest of your life that you never would have thought you would have had, because like me and you, like we're connected via artwork. Sure, we're artists, but we're also Packers Pizza and wrestling fans. You understand what I'm saying? We have literally everything in the world that me and you could talk about on a daily basis. We could be best pals. You know what I mean? That's it. But I would only meet you through a convention. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yep.
So that's what's so cool about this industry, is you find the people that are like you, and it's hard out there, because I may not be the coolest, but I'm definitely not the nerdiest. You know what I mean? So, and somewhere in between is where you kind of want to be, so you can have all these friends. And I just think it's really cool that you're into figures, I'm into figures, but we're also into sports. We're into everything. You know what I mean? The coolest part about being a fan of something and not letting it go, it shows how strong you are, even in the face of adversity of people telling you how stupid whatever you like is. Like, one of my favorite things, I know this is crazy, but I'm a fossil guy. Like, I love fossils. I love going out and getting fossils. I love digging fossils. Last year I went to Wyoming, and I actually dug in the fossil bed out there in a quarry, and I got like 28 fish that I brought back from the Eocene period, which is about 45 million years ago. So it was pretty amazing. But when I say nerdy, that's about as nerdy as it gets, guys, right there. So, I mean, I collect that stuff. I like rocks and stuff like that too. So, like gems. I always say, if comics don't work out, I'll just go to school and become a geologist. We'll just see what happens. It's going okay so far. Raymond, it has been absolutely incredible to have you on the show tonight, my friend. It is 9 o'clock. We have gone an hour past what we were supposed to go because of how awesome you've been. Stick around watch the ending of the show. And I just want everybody to know that when we come on the show, I don't usually like to promote the Kickstarter at all while we have the guest on, because I like the focus to be just on the guest. But Raymond wanted to stick around and see all that Kickstarter stuff, so I thought that was really cool.
The stuff you got going on.
Dude, I'm trying. This is comedy relief for an otherwise very serious book. Like, I had to throw a little bit of comedy in there. We were starting to get so dark that it was just like, okay, you guys need an actual comic book now. You know what I mean? To cleanse your palate a little bit before what happens next happens. So it's been really incredible to have you, my friend. We are going to hop off. One more thing I want to say before I hop off here, guys, is if you haven't backed the Kickstarter, please check the Kickstarter out. I am going to throw a banner up here for you, so you can see it. That's the Kickstarter link right there, guys. All you got to do is throw that into your browser. Go check it out. We've got tons of covers, 8 covers for Hellpuck and Velocicock. Ed Smith did incredible artwork on the inside of the book. It's like a cartoon. It's going to be great. Ed's one of the best cartoonists in the whole comics industry. That's why I chose him. And then we got McLean McGuire letter in the book. I wrote it. It's the last piece of the puzzle that you need to understand what's going on until we get to where we're going to go here. So far, it's been now we're actually going to go here from here on out with the next Kickstarter after this one. This is the last puzzle piece you guys need to understand what's going on in the story. God, Raymond, it's been an incredible night, my friend.
Man, this show was awesome. Enjoy myself. Thank you for having me on.
I am so happy that you actually like it. Like I said, you were our third episode, second guest that we've actually had. Formally,
awesome.
First we did Joseph Rubenstein, which was that Marvel legend I told you about. So you followed him up. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a cool show. Only because of the guests like you that come on it. So I really appreciate it, my friend. You have a great night.
Thank you.
And stick around for the ending of the show. Here we go. Oh.